It's Mr. Lagarde, and we're going to create a super cool stencil um, with spray paint on it. So here's what it looks like kind of quickly. So it says innovation, spray paint goes over top. We could actually add a hand with spray paint, but we're not going to get quite that fancy. Then we're going to curl up that, and it is left with the spray on word innovation, which is super cool. Okay, let's try to reconstruct that. So we'll just start with a new file. "30 seconds, we won't need that much. Let's just go for 10. And we're going to add here a brick wall. And it's just one I found on the internet, on Google. And cool, I've lost it. Let me just click that one. Now we'll stretch that out to make sure it fits the whole wall. Okay, so in our group, there it is. We're going to add some text. And then we're going to change it to a stencil. So we go stencil font. And oops, I don't think I have the I. And let's make it bigger. Yikes. We want all of the letters to be that size. Okay, we like that. Now we're going to place a rectangle over top of the words. Now the rectangle, we want to make sure that the fill is on, that there's no outline, and let's change the color of that to a stencil-like color. Okay, and while we have that selected, we want to take and go up here to the Object menu and select Add Image Mask. And now it says, where's the image mask? And into that well, we're going to drag the word innovation. And now we want to click on invert the image mask. Okay, this is all right. So the next thing we're going to do is create a line here that is going to be our spray paint. So we use the Bezier tool again. Now we don't want it to fill, so we're going to turn off fill. Then we're going to make it as wide as possible. We're going to change its brush color. Okay, once we have the line and it's thick, we have to make sure we have the line, it's changed its shape. So under shape, style, brush type, we want airbrush. Then we want to increase its width. So let's increase its width to 350. Oh, maybe even 450. And we'll increase its spacing a little bit, just decrease its spacing a little bit, just to make it a little bit more dense. And then if we go to the stroke, we can increase the jitter a little bit so it doesn't look quite so uniform. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is change the way that comes on here. And to do that, we want to create a behavior, and it's a shape, so we create it as a write on, and then we decide how long we want it to take to write on. So we want it about 3 seconds at 24 frames a second, so about 72 frames, and then we'll set that out point by hitting O. So here we go. Nice. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is we want to create a filter so it comes back off like a page curl. And to do that, we have to come up here and we have to take the two things, the shape, the rectangle, and the spray paint, right here, the Bezier line, and we want to make them a group. So we click group, and then once they're in their own group, we can create a filter, distortion, and page curl. And now we'll slide the page curl over to the end of the write on, so they spray it on, and then it should curl off. Now the only problem we have there, it's curling off, but of course there's nothing under there. So we want to shorten that. So let's set an out point again. So there it is, it's curling off, and now we need the words back underneath. So let's open up our group we just made. And select our Bezier line, and we're going to hit K to make a clone. Then we're going to pull that out of the group. So there's the clone that we just made. There's the clone we've just made. And then we want to take that clone and again make an image mask. There's our well. We drag our text in there. So as it comes out, the word innovation is there. Now our only problem is right now, it's actually on top. So we need to move that clone to the bottom. So we spray it on, we roll it off, and there it is. Okay, that's all we have. We're all done. So that is the spray paint effect. Good luck.